Please donate, keep us on the air. Karen Restoule is an Indian and a very smart Canadian, and she works for a very, very smart company in Toronto. She joins me right now because the Murray report came out. Most people don't even know about it now because it came out with and just disappeared. It recommended, amongst other things, that there be a 20-year investigation into what happened to schools and the abuses. There's no question there were abuses on our Aboriginal, Indigenous, Indian community. That has just disappeared. My theory is that most people thought it's just so silly that they didn't give it the time of day.
Yeah, there were a number of recommendations there, or obligations, as I believe they're called. I believe there were 42 of them. Yeah. And among them, one of them did recommend a body to investigate over the course of 20 years, which to me, I agree. It is a bit exaggerated. I'm never a fan of throwing public dollars behind a bureaucratic entity that is just going to stall progress.
Or it's going to just sort of institutionalize this debate without resolving anything.
Fair point. I hadn't considered that one. It could also, feed to continuing the discussion to ensure that, Canadians continue to dialogue on this front. But that in light of criminalizing denialism, I don't know how that goes hand in hand. So there are some questions there.
But it just seems that as well-intentioned as the authors of this report were, and I don't deny that they are well-intentioned, the way they saw the end of it has really hurt reconciliation in Canada. It's hurt to get together and resolve things as opposed to this gazillion $million investigation.
Yeah, you and I have talked about this at length on camera and off camera. I've had this conversation with many Canadians that I've come across. I think we do all agree that residential school fundamentally at the core is a wicked premise, a wicked proposal, a wicked policy.
Although at the time, and I have a professor coming on saying McDonald and others who wanted that did it with the best of intentions.
Well, this is
wrong, but the best
that's
intentions.
Always the debate, intent versus outcome, right?
Exactly.
And I think that's a conversation for another day. But 20-year institution to uncover this, or how about another solution that may be a bit more respectful of the public dollar, but also respects the experiences of the families who did lose a loved one, whose child never made it home, who have lived with questions for 20, 30, 40, 50 years. And I think that fundamentally there should be an avenue for those families to get answers about where did their little one go.
Yeah, I can see that, and I can see the other avenues. Smart woman. Karen, thank you very, very much. 3 minutes. To those of you who have subscribed and donated, a heartfelt thank you. You're keeping us on the air. If you're watching and you haven't, please try to do so, because 4 years ago, we started this show because there needed to be independent analysis. Now more than ever, with the Online Harms Act, once that gets into law, it's been passed once by the House, there are going to be hundreds of bureaucrats censoring the news in Canada, censoring this show. We need to keep it on the air. Thanks for your support.